All right, so continuing our, let's go here. Okay, that slides right off. A little bit of effort, and this comes right out. So you don't want to force it off. And I guess you could do it by hand. I didn't think about adding it in there. Of course, this is just something kind of fly-by-night here. I want to just get it out there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this another time, so I'm doing it right now. And you want to like this because you don't want to rip the terminal off and you don't want to mess that up. And this one actually came out very easy, which makes me believe that even may be a little problem. So I'm gonna probably just squeeze that just a little bit. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to break the plastic, and you don't want to make this so hard that you can't put it on. Just enough to make it a little bit better connection. Same thing with this one. All right, so let's see, then we turn it over, and this one came out easy too, and that's out of this one right here. Okay, and then the thing right here, this comes out pretty easy. Okay, and then you look at right here, it's a little burr, then you notice the notch right here. And that's how you know how it goes. It won't go any other way. You can't just like that, it won't go. So there you go. And then that ground wire, like I was talking about, it actually hooked up right back in there. I don't know if you can see that. See that little terminal right there? Right beyond there. Right back there, see it? That's where that ground wire went, and it went out the back and it mounted to that shaft assembly. Okay, so now going further, like I mentioned earlier, that this little fan assembly, there's nothing there except for that. And you can either stick a screwdriver in there, which I do not recommend, because you do it a couple times, you're gonna wear it out, and you're gonna also make it out of round. See, so nice and round. That's a part of the shaft. There's nothing here that releases. No set screw, no nothing. See that? So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to get your crescent, and I should have put that on the list. I didn't do it for the tools used. Sorry about that. Okay, so now this right here, you're not going to turn it. You're not going to turn it counterclockwise. You're going to turn it clockwise. Okay, just like a clock. And it's just a little bit of effort. See, tighten it up counterclockwise. Loosen it clockwise, and just keep turning it. It comes right out. So it's got reverse threads. Alright. Next thing on the list is, like we talked about earlier, is this right here. See that? You cannot get a socket on there, you're not going to get a wrench on there. So you cannot get those out, and you need access. So you got to be careful, get a little bit of dirt in there. I'm going to have to clean that out. You don't want to spray a bunch of chemicals, because that's a bearing right there. See the grease? That's why there's a bunch of dirt, because the grease in here collects that. Yeah, I don't have a cleaner workbench. Sorry about that. It's just, all right. So right here, you gotta pull this off, and you see how it just turns. There's no release, and that's where the other end of the screw, so you can pull this out and take this apart. There's no other way to get this out of here. Nothing there except for that, and nothing here. So this is a cover, and when you do, what you're going to need to do, the first thing is grab your needle nose, grab this right here, and just work it slowly. You don't want to pull too hard. You don't want to break this because it's brass, and you don't want to take the wire off of this because it's already kind of short. And the reason you want to do that is because it went right across here, so when you pull this cover off, it's going to be in the way. Okay. There's no other thing. See, this is not in the way. That cover is going to come right off. And so what we're going to do is, you see right there, right in there. Okay. There's a little slot in there. You can slide a screwdriver. And same thing on this other side. Now I have practiced on the other stuff a little bit, but I didn't get this far. And I'm going to see. Thought I had it all figured out. So I'm going to have to go and come back and let you know what I discovered on this. So let me figure this out and I'll be right back. Okay, the best I could come up with, can't get a screwdriver back here enough to lift, pull away. The thing is, this is a locking thing right here, and it took the little bit larger Allen, the next one, the 2, and I slid it underneath that slot. Kind of hard to see. There you go, right there. And I pushed down on it. Then I got my screwdriver and I lifted it. Okay, now what you need to do is go to the other side like that, and then lift that. And see, I don't like how these, and see they break, but see how they break. There's got to be a better way to push that. See, when you come through on the other side right here, you go through. See that? You're pushing it, see? But I think it's because it's old. I should have just pushed up a little bit and been able to pull it back, but it really did not like that on both sides. So here's the connection right here that ground wire needs to go on, and it's really hard to access, not easy at all.